Tesla owners are doing something nobody expected. They're trading in their cars for Cadillacs. Yes, you heard that right. The same brand your grandfather probably called outdated is now stealing customers from every luxury car maker on the planet. And here's the shocking part. They're not just taking a few customers, they're taking 80% of their buyers from other brands. But wait until you hear what happened to their China sales that nobody saw coming. Remember when Cadillac meant something? Those massive boats from the 1950s with tail fins so big they could double as airplane wings? Cars so smooth you felt like you were floating on clouds? That was when Cadillac truly was the standard of the world. But then something went horribly wrong. For decades, Cadillac became the car your dad bought when he couldn't afford a BMW. They made smaller cars, cheaper cars that looked exactly like rebadged Chevrolets with fancier badges slapped on top. Car reviewers would constantly compare Cadillac sedans to BMW's M3 and M5, and guess what? People kept buying the BMWs anyway. Cadillac had become a copy of a copy, desperately trying to be German when they were born American. But here's where the story gets interesting. In 2015, something changed. Cadillac's leadership sat down and asked themselves a brutal question. What would happen if Cadillac just disappeared tomorrow? The answer terrified them. An American icon would vanish forever. That's when they made a decision that seemed absolutely crazy at the time. They announced Cadillac was going all electric. Dealers panicked, car enthusiasts laughed, even General Motors shareholders probably wondered if management had lost their minds. But here's what nobody expected. It worked. And I mean it really worked. Right now in 2025, Cadillac is either first or second in the luxury electric car market, depending on whether you count Tesla as luxury. General Motors just overtook Tesla in overall electric vehicle sales. But here's the number that will blow your mind. While electric cars make up only 6% of all car sales, and luxury electric cars are about 14% of the luxury market, Cadillac has pushed their electric sales to 25% of their total sales. In the last 2 months, 35%. Tesla owners, the same people who used to mock traditional car companies, are now walking into Cadillac dealerships and trading in their Model S sedans and Model X SUVs. 10% of all new Cadillac electric customers are former Tesla owners. But it's not just Tesla. Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Lexus, customers are leaving all of them for Cadillac. One Cadillac executive told reporters he hears it constantly. I never thought I'd own a Cadillac, but here I am. Dealers who were terrified of going electric are now completely bought in. When dealers believe in your product, that's when real magic happens in car sales. So what changed? How did a brand that spent 30 years chasing BMWs suddenly start beating everyone at their own game? The answer comes down to 3 things nobody expected. First, they stopped trying to be German. Instead of building cars that felt like cheaper BMWs, they went back to what made Cadillac special in the first place. Luxury that felt uniquely American. Soft, comfortable rides. Spacious interiors. Technology that actually works instead of being complicated for the sake of being complicated. When you sit in a new Cadillac electric SUV, you don't think this feels like a discount BMW. You think this feels like a really nice Cadillac. Second, they focused on SUVs when everyone else was still obsessing over sedans. The Escalade, that massive SUV from 1999, is still their biggest seller 26 years later. But now they've taken that SUV expertise and applied it to electric vehicles. While other luxury brands were trying to make electric sports cars, Cadillac was building electric SUVs that families actually want to buy. But here's the third thing, and this might be the most important. They went completely insane with customization. I'm talking about a $350,000 car called the Celestiq that comes with 275 patented technologies and a personal concierge to help you choose from hundreds of fabric and paint options. They're hand-building cars again for the first time in 50 years. Some Cadillac sedans now start at $158,000 and come in 160 different colors. These aren't mass-produced cars anymore. They're automotive art pieces. They're even going back to Formula One racing in 2026, the most prestigious racing series in the world. This isn't the same company that was building rebadged Chevrolets just a decade ago. But here's where the story takes a dramatic turn, and this is something most people don't know. While Cadillac is crushing it in America, something catastrophic happened in China. Their sales completely collapsed. For the first time since 2015, Cadillac's global sales dropped below 300,000 cars, and it's almost entirely because they lost China. China used to be huge for Cadillac. Now, even Chinese car companies are struggling to sell cars in China. The competition got so fierce that foreign brands like Cadillac basically got pushed out. This means everything depends on the American market and their electric vehicle strategy. And here's the scary part. Time might be running out. The $7,500 federal tax credit for electric cars expires on October 1st. Leasing deals that made luxury electric cars affordable are disappearing. Competition is about to get brutal as every car company launches their own luxury electric vehicles. But Cadillac has one massive advantage nobody talks about. Almost all of their cars are built in America. When new tariffs hit imported cars, and they probably will, European and Asian luxury brands could see their prices jump by $10,000 to $15,000. Suddenly, that German BMW or Japanese Lexus becomes a lot more expensive than the American Cadillac built in Michigan. There's just one problem that might derail everything. Cadillac made a decision that sounds absolutely insane. They removed Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from their electric cars. You know, those features that let you use your iPhone or Android phone through your car's screen? The features that every car buyer expects? Yeah, Cadillac decided to get rid of them. Car reviewers constantly point this out as a major flaw. In our phone-obsessed world, telling customers they can't easily connect their phones to their $60,000 luxury car seems like business suicide. But Cadillac is sticking with it, at least for now. So here's what happens next. Cadillac is already ahead of where expected the entire industry to be in 5 years. They're collecting electric car buyers early before everyone else figures out how to build competitive electric luxury cars. If you buy a Cadillac electric car today and have a great experience, chances are your next car will also be a Cadillac. But success today doesn't guarantee success tomorrow. The automotive industry moves fast, and being first doesn't always mean being best. Tesla learned that the hard way as traditional car companies started building electric cars that actually work properly. The question isn't whether Cadillac can build good electric cars, they've already proven that. The question is whether they can hold on to their early lead when BMW, Mercedes, Audi, and Lexus finally figure out how to build electric luxury cars that don't feel like science experiments. Here's what I want you to do right now. Go to your local Cadillac dealer and test drive one of their electric SUVs. Don't buy anything, don't sign anything, just drive it. Then, go drive a Tesla Model Y, a BMW iX, and a Mercedes EQS SUV back to back. Feel the difference for yourself. Pay attention to the ride quality, the interior materials, the technology that actually works versus the technology that looks impressive but frustrates you daily. Then come back and tell me in the comments which one felt most like a luxury car, and which one you would actually want to live with for 5 years. Your real-world experience might surprise you as much as it surprised those Tesla owners who never thought they'd drive an American luxury car again.